We're about to go on a journey that's completely warp your sense of what valuable actually means. We're climbing a ladder of pure extravagance, and it all starts right now.
So let me ask you a question. What's the most expensive thing you can think of? Go ahead, picture it. Is it a jewel, a fancy car, maybe a mega mansion? Okay, got something in your head? Good. Hold that thought.
Because I'm willing to bet that whatever you just imagined, it's not even close. The real answer is so much weirder. And frankly, so much bigger than you can probably comprehend. We're going to build up to it, step by incredible step.
Okay, let's start on the first rung of our ladder. We're in the world of art and high-end automobiles. This is the stuff of dreams for the super rich, where the price tags are huge, but they're still, numbers you can actually wrap your head around. So kicking us off at number 5 is this absolute beast, the Bugatti voiture noire. Now, the name just means the black car, which is, I gotta say, a massive understatement. This isn't a car, it's a piece of art on wheels. And the reason it's on this list, pure, insane exclusivity. We're talking about a one-of-one creation. It has a 1,500 horsepower engine, and it is the single most expensive new car ever sold. But here's the best part. Nobody knows who owns it. To this day, the owner is a complete mystery. It's not a car, it's a legend.
And the price for this legend? A cool $19 million. Just to put that in perspective, for that money, you could buy a whole fleet of about 400 brand new cars. But believe it or not, 19 million? That's just our starting point. We're just getting warmed up.
All right, so from the peak of modern car making, we are taking a hard left turn and jumping back in time, way back. We're going from a machine to a timeless masterpiece. This is the Salvator Mundi, or Savior of the World, and it was painted by the one and only Leonardo da Vinci. Now, this painting's story is all about just how wild the idea of value can be. For centuries, nobody knew where it was. Then, in 2005, it was sold for just $1,000. $1,000! Then, it got authenticated, and in 2017, a Saudi prince shattered every record to buy it. And that record-breaking price? $450 million. That's not a jump. That's a launch into a totally different stratosphere. We're talking almost $500 million for one painting. The numbers are already getting hard to process. Just look at this chart. That little sliver on the left, that's our $19 million Bugatti. And that giant tower next to it, that's the painting. This really shows you the difference between a really, really expensive luxury item and what's considered a priceless piece of human history.
All right, you might want to take a deep breath for this next part. We are officially leaving the world of things a single person can buy. We're now entering the world of institutions, of entire nations. We're making the leap from millions to billions.
Coming in at number 3 is one of the most recognizable buildings in the entire world, Buckingham Palace. This is so much more than a home. It's the working headquarters for the whole British monarchy.
The scale here is just mind-boggling. It has 775 rooms, it has 78 bathrooms, there's a chapel, a movie theater, it even has its own post office. Seriously, this isn't a house. It's basically its own small town that happens to have a very, very famous family living in it.
Now, of course, the palace isn't actually for sale, but if you were to try and put a price tag on it, real estate pros figure it's worth somewhere around $4.9 billion. And just like that, our $500 million painting looks like a bargain.
Okay, so we've done art, we've done architecture. What could possibly be next? Well, we're leaving the planet entirely. Number 2 is, quite simply, the most expensive thing humanity has ever built. The International Space Station. I mean, this thing is just an incredible symbol of human cooperation. It took 15 different countries and more than 30 separate rocket launches just to haul the pieces up there and put it all together, while flying at 17,500 miles per hour. And get this, it zips around the entire Earth every 90 minutes.
So what's the price for this incredible feat of science floating above our heads? A staggering $150 billion, with a B. At this point, the scale of these numbers is becoming, well, astronomical, literally.
Millions, billions. Okay, we are about to make the final, most mind-melting leap of all. So brace yourself, because we are now jumping into the trillions. Just think about it for a second. We've had a car, a painting, a palace, and a space station. We've covered art, history, real estate, and cutting-edge science. What on earth could possibly be more valuable than all of that stuff combined?
Well, the answer is antimatter. And, to put it simply, it's the exact opposite of everything you know. It's the opposite of you, of me, of the planet, all of it. And if antimatter ever touches regular matter, they both annihilate each other in a massive burst of pure energy, with the force of a nuclear bomb.
And that brings us to our #1 spot. According to NASA, the estimated cost to produce a single gram of antimatter is $62.5 trillion. That number has so many zeros it barely even feels real.
So why in the world is it so expensive? Well, it's basically a three-part problem. First, since it's the opposite of everything around us, it doesn't really exist here. Second, to even make the tiniest bit of it, you have to smash particles together for years in giant machines like the Large Hadron Collider. And third, the second you create it, it wants to touch something and, poof, destroy itself.
Okay, let's just pull all the way back and try to put this entire crazy journey into perspective. What we've just seen is a scale that measures human history, our greatest achievements, and the fundamental laws of physics itself.
So here it is, the final list. And the scale is it's breathtaking. We started at a $19 million car, leaped to a $450 million painting. Then we jumped again to a nearly $5 billion palace, then a $150 billion space station, and yet all of it combined is barely a rounding error compared to the $62.5 trillion price tag for 1 gram of antimatter. It really leaves you with a pretty wild final thought, doesn't it? We seem to value things based on how rare they are and how hard they are to make. So what does it say about us, about our place in the universe, that the most valuable thing we know how to conceive of is also potentially